Hey everyone, it's Alissa from Planet Alissa, and I am here with my December 2016 print on demand sales update, which is primarily a merch update with a few Zazzle items thrown in for good measure. I had my best month, so far doing this print on demand stuff, so I cannot complain at all. Very happy. Despite all the craziness that's been going on, if you sell on merch, then you're aware of this if you haven't yet gotten approved or, just follow along in the forums. You might know a little bit about this, but not know the whole thing. What's basically happened is that the merch program is so successful that Amazon had a really hard time keeping up with demand during the fourth quarter this year. It began in November and went into December, where they just really couldn't keep in stock the t-shirt blanks, the most popular colors. I think black and navy blue especially, for much of December, at least in the anvil sizes, were not, anvil shirts were not available, possibly in like a few extreme sizes, but not the most popular sizes, because they are popular and they were selling, and obviously Anvil can only make shirts so quickly, and I think American Apparel too, a lot of the popular colors ended up getting sold out. So to deal with this, and try to deal with it, I guess Amazon did some different things. One of the things that they did was that they put a halt to uploading new designs through the whole month of December, I think, and also in November. We just couldn't upload new designs. They started, I guess, around the middle of December, slowly rolling in some accounts to allow them to put up new designs. I was not one of the lucky ones, and I don't even know that I know anyone who was a lucky one, but some of the accounts were, and there didn't seem to be any rhyme or reason, like wasn't necessarily big sellers or small sellers or whatever, so I don't know, maybe it's just random. I don't know how they chose what they put up, but so for the rest of us, you couldn't add any new designs, but we still were getting designs that ended up getting deleted because they hadn't sold within the first 60 days. So I'm down to 55 designs now of a possible 500. I never was up to 500. I think I was maybe up to like 90 something, but never even got over 100 that I had uploaded. So I got plenty of spots, and at some point they will allow us to add new designs, and so then I'll add more t-shirts. I've got a bunch saved as drafts so that whenever we get that announcement, I'll be able to start adding stuff. Now, what they have said that they will do is once they do turn back on the ability to upload new designs, you're going to have daily limits. And that will be based on the total number of shirts you're allowed to upload. I believe for 500, it's going to be a limit of 3 shirts per day that you can add, which is fine. I mean, it's just a matter of, right now I don't know how many I have in draft. So, it'll be like, well, I'll do 3 this day and then 3 the next day, and it'll just go like that. It's no big deal, really. I actually think that's a smart thing to do, because that might cut down on like mass uploaders and copycats and stuff like that. Probably won't, but might cut down on that a little bit anyway. So that was one of the things that was happening, and one of the other things that was happening as a result of it being, them not having things in stock, certain shirt designs would show up as unavailable because they couldn't print it in the colors that were most likely to be purchased or whatever, or shirts would be available but only in weird colors that nobody wanted. So that definitely impacted sales for plenty of sellers. That said, I still had my best month ever, so I really can't complain. And I did 0 in terms of promotion this month again. So this is just organic sales from people searching Amazon, looking for different designs, different gifts, different sayings, whatever, and purchasing my shirts. So that's pretty awesome. So how much did I sell? Well, in the month of December, I sold a total of 140 t-shirts. Total royalties for me for the month from Amazon were $762.29. My royalties varied because I was playing around with some stuff, and I have some American Apparel shirts and some Anvil shirts. So they're not quite the same, you know, in terms of the royalties, but about $5 a shirt is what I'm looking at. Of those 140 shirts that I sold, it was just 25 different designs. So that's something interesting to keep in mind. Well, it used to be when you started, you were allowed 25 designs. I think now it's new accounts are limited to 10. But still, even with just 25 designs, I mean, I sold 140 shirts in 25 designs in December. So you can really make good money even if you just have, you know, a handful of designs up there. Obviously, there are certain shirts I sold more of than others. My most popular one looks like I sold 26 of. It's still 28, but there's 2 cancellations. So, and then after that, the next most popular one I sold 15 of. And they're not original sayings. They're not copyrighted sayings either. But they're just simple things. People might get as a gift, I'm guessing, you know, especially for someone that you don't know what else to get them. And it's relatively inexpensive gift, so maybe that's the appeal. And yeah, so the rest were pretty much spread out across the board. I think after that, maybe my most popular design was 11. Again, not an original saying, but, you know, cute, funny, and a clever sort of gift, I guess, for someone you don't know what else to buy them. So I do feel like a lot of my sales were gift related, especially since by, you know, like the last week before Christmas, I was barely selling anything. Like this was mostly like the first few weeks of the month that all these sales came in. I did sell a few things on Zazzle this month too. Again, zero promotion. I sold playing cards with a royalty of $4.74, a Christmas ornament with a royalty of $1.62, and a single shirt with a royalty of $3.94 for a total of $10.30 in royalties from Zazzle. I'm gonna put up, maybe I'll do it before this, but I'll show my list of sales from Amazon. It's just a screenshot, and I cut off the part where you see the actual title of the shirt, so I don't know how much is going to help you, but it just kind of shows you the sales. And yeah, I mean, what else can I say? You know, what, $760, a little more than that with the Zazzle for really doing nothing. I mean, these are just you know, it's passive income is what it is. Obviously, I did do some work to upload these designs originally, but I didn't do anything with them in December and still had money coming in, quite a bit of money coming in from these sales. Again, these were holiday sales, so it's going to slow down a lot now that we're into the new year. It has slowed down a lot. And I still can't upload any new designs, so there's that. And as we're, you know, in the new year, I'm looking ahead to 2017, what I would want to do differently, how to grow. Of course, you know, merch is just a matter of adding new products whenever I'm able to again. And I'm looking at other print-on-demand sites. I do have Zazzle. I do have like a threadless store, which I've done zero to promote, so sold one thing the whole time I've had that store. I don't have much on there either, but so I'm looking at ways to promote those. Maybe looking at other print-on-demand sites too. Thinking about exploring Teespring, which is now going to be offering stuff for sale on Amazon. Somebody said in a forum somewhere, it looks like Teespring's setting themselves up for an Amazon buyout, which may very well be possible because, you know, Amazon's smart. They're seeing how well they're doing with these print-on-demand t-shirts. I mean, they couldn't keep them in stock. So, you know, they're probably going to look to expand to other products, and there are two ways to do it. They could, you know, start from scratch and do everything themselves, or they could buy out someone that's already doing this and, you know, take advantage of that. And so Teespring, which used to be just t-shirts or t-shirts and sweatshirts or whatever, is now going to be offering all these other products. And I don't know, it looks like, you know, if I was Amazon, I'd be looking at them like, hey, you know, I might be able to buy them out and take over that business and expand the offerings available through merch. So just something to consider. I mean, who knows what's going to happen. I don't have a crystal ball, but, you know, that's one possibility. And also looking at Redbubble, which I know a lot of people have had success with, so you know, it's worth exploring. I don't know if I will get that stuff set up in January to have anything to report to you for next month, but we'll see. And that's just where I'm at with print on demand, and it's a nice little addition to everything I do. I mean, I'm not making a full-time income from this right now because I'm making a full-time income from other stuff from my reselling business, but you know, it's always good to try out different things, and I've been doing reselling long enough to know that things change. You know, you can't get stuck in a rut, because if you only do one thing and then something, you know, happens that changes that, you could be looking at no income coming in, and that's a little frightening. So, you know, you want to diversify as much as possible, and you want to be adaptable and willing to, you know, try out different things and look at different things. Not everything's going to work for you, but, you know, it's definitely worth it to try different things. But that's, you know, that's just my tip. So take it, you know, leave it, whatever. But anyway, I'm having fun. I'm making all my designs myself. I don't pay anyone to make a design. I do purchase some artwork and fonts and things like that, but as far as, you know, the actual creation of the designs, I'm doing that myself. I think this has changed since the last time I made a video. I was having problems. I had always used Inkscape, and I don't know, I did some kind of Mac update, and suddenly like Inkscape was not working right and I couldn't do anything. And I'd been thinking about upgrading to Adobe Illustrator, and I don't know. I wasn't happy with like the way it works, like the monthly payment and stuff like that. I don't know. It wasn't something I was happy about. So I was looking at different options, and I discovered something called Affinity Designer, which is an app. It's available for, you know, for Macs and I think PCs now too. And so like you can, for me, like I can download it from the App Store, and I know when I download something from the App Store that's going to work perfectly on my computer. So that was appealing to me too. And you know, so I tried it, and it's a great program. It's $50. It's not free, but it's just $50. It's not, you know, $10 a month. So that's like 5 months of Adobe, where this is, you know, Affinity. And it does everything that, you know, Adobe does really. And I'm still learning it. I didn't get it too long ago, but it seems like a pretty worthwhile program. So if you're looking around, as I was, I would definitely take a look into Affinity Designer. It's relatively new, but it's out of beta phase, so the bugs should all be worked out, I think, and they do seem to be pretty good about doing updates and things like that too. So anyway, that's all I have for you this month. We'll see. I can't imagine that my January video is going to be very exciting, because I don't think I'm going to sell too many products in January, but we shall see. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you are doing well with your businesses, and I'll see you all again soon. Happy selling, everyone.